He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Off play action. Richardson. He'll buy some time right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Richardson to the air on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and then for 3rd.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Richardson looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Richardson looking to throw this. Eluding the pressure right. Outright and brought in by Moore. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kylan Granson from 8 yards out. And the Colts are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? Well, on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for their first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
Becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. back to throw again.
Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent return that time, 26 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
High throw, but he makes the catch. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
2nd and a couple.
Looking to throw. Richardson escaping the pressure right. And he'll head out of bounds inside. Mark him down at the 9. Able to find a lot of empty space there. Picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain.
They'll run here with Taylor. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Downs going in motion right. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Taylor.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Colts will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Gay is on for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The Raider offense going to head out now late in this 1st half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go.
On 1st down, Livingston.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Operating from the gun, Livingston.
On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's 3rd and 7.
Back to throw. Livingston.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on 2nd down, Livingston. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That still works. More effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
That's multiple times now he's tagged them with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
Richardson going to move him around.
Now Richardson on first down. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Well, a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 66 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Here's Richardson on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught. Touchdown.
Josh Downs, 28 yards. And the Colts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
And he had time there. I mean, you give any quarterback that length of time, he'll make you pay.
It just puts way too much stress on guys trying to cover downfield because, as you said, you have that much time in the pocket. He can scan the field, find the open person. That's exactly what happened there. And what was the end result again?
Touchdown. Here's Gay. Now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge. An opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And no luck at all to start this drive as they're going to drop him behind the line for a second straight play. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is fielded at the 27. 21 yards. Well done on the return.
For the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the score.
Touchdown, Indianapolis!
Sky Moore,
52 yards.
and the Colts continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Gay is on for the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw. Livingston.
Slant to Adams.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd and 2, Livingston into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Juju Brents.
Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Down to about the 45.
And they're going to speed things up here.
Richardson off the play fake. And this taken in by Downs.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Colts are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
Selma, man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Julian Blackmon.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. Their front 7, they've loved to add their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
88 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
They run once more with Taylor.
Shoves him aside, and all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead.
You're looking at moving on to the conference championship. And he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Running straight ahead, Taylor breaks a tackle, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main guy.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. Throwing on first down. Livingston. Caught out right by Renfro. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Livingston. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
On 1st and 10, Livingston. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 28. They'll look to throw again. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left.
Oh, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from India.